Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty78609. I'm on my way to get me a pizza at Long Draw Pizza in Terlingua, Texas, or near Terlingua. And windy day. You see all that dust, that haze and stuff? That's the way it is out here in West Texas. You get these windy days. This just happens to be a norther blowing in from the northeast. Wind's blowing about 20, 25 miles an hour. Not too bad, but I've had several comments that people saying, you know, it's so flat out there. It's so flat. It's not flat out here, guys. Around Alpine, Texas, you have the Fort Davis Mountain, or the Davis Mountains, not the Fort Davis Mountains. But you got the Davis Mountains, and yeah, it's and then on down towards Big Bend, you get into the Christmas Mountains, and you know they're not like Colorado. There's no teeners, but you know, 5,000 to 6,000 feet mountaintops around in here, and it's pretty nice actually. But it is also the Chihuahuan Desert, which is kind of means it's dry. But we'll cruise through these hills for a while. I'm going to do about 3 videos on the way down there to give you a little flavor of what it's like. It's 80 miles from Alpine, Texas to Studi Butte. Studi Butte, you're still not to Big Bend. From Studi Butte to the Big Bend headquarters is probably another 20 miles. Or to Chisos Basin, the campground, from Studi Butte, at least 30 to 40 minutes. So when you leave Alpine, you've got 2 full hours roughly to get to the basin to camp. And if you're going down to the Rio Grande, the river, even more. No, it's a long way, man. Distances out here will fool you. But the good thing about it, it's not a heavily traveled road, not a whole lot of traffic. But this actually is the busy time of the year. You know, October actually all the way through April, this is the quote season out here. So what you see, this is busy. So you know what it's like when it ain't busy. It ain't nothing. I mean, I've driven all the way from Alpine, Texas to Studi Butte and seen 2 cars before. And actually, I used to live out here 50 miles from Alpine on this road 118. And there were days that I would go into Alpine and drive back to my place, coming and going, and never see a car. You got me? 100-mile round trip. So it's not that big. In the summer, that's the off season. Why? Because it'll cook you out here. Not in Alpine. Alpine elevation's about 4,600 feet, but you get down around the Rio Grande where it's, you know, less than 1,000 feet elevation, and you will toast. And the humidity is practically zero. Oh, Mario, that's me. I'm going 40 miles an hour. You know, I'm tearing them up out here. This is what they call the mountain. You go over the mountain, you know what I mean? Well, this is the mountain we go over, and then on the way to Big Bend. You know, it's just straight shot, 80 miles. And if you have a fast car, a Tesla or something, and you want to see what it'll do, you can do it right here. Because there ain't, in fact, there's a stretch of road from Marathon going towards Big Bend that they have a road race every year. I don't know the name of it, but they do. They have different classes, and you just let her rip. To the left is Lavista Rv Park, right up here on the left. You won't be able to see it, but it's off to the left. It's about 8 miles out of town. And what do we have here in the road? We have some equipment in the road. Why? One guy's going one way and one guy's going the other. Okay. That's the way it goes. And it looks like they've got they've got a full RV park at La Vista. Doesn't surprise me, because this is a busy area, and that's a nice campground. Not very good Wi-Fi, virtually no cell signal unless you have a booster. Off to the right here is called the Double Diamond Ranch, and they've got some really nice homes in there. And the elevation out there it's about 800 feet. It's a little over 5,000 feet, maybe 5,500 feet out there. Maybe some places even close to 6,000, because they got some pretty good mountains out, or hills, whatever you want to call them, out there. But yeah, it's Double Diamond Ranch. They have a veterans section. I don't know if they give them any kind of special deal or not, but the wind is actually, it's a crosswind. I thought it was going to be in front of me going, behind me going, and into it coming back, but it's more of a it's more behind me, I guess I'd have to say that. So let me get up to speed here, and I'll set the cruise. Kind of going into sun a little bit, not too bad. The sun's high enough. But anyway, it is a nice day. Temperature right now shows to be 56 on the temperature gauge in my truck, so that's pretty nice. But as we get further out here, the number of houses and cars will diminish drastically. And driving 60 miles an hour on this highway, people will pass you like you're parked if they do pass you. Now these people that live out here, this is Amazon's prime customers out here, because these people do all their shopping online, because there's nothing in Alpine, or very little. They got a True Value hardware store and some other stuff, but not much. If you want anything somewhat special, you're going to order it online. But I'm going to hold it about 60 miles an hour, so I'll arrive there about 4:40, 4:45. The pizza place opens at 5. I can't do I can't do a video inside the pizza place, because she does not allow smartphones or phones inside of her pizza place. She will run your butt out. And she's a crusty old gal. I like her. She talks straight to you. She's been living out here for years, man. I was out here in 98 and she was here. That's 20 years ago. And she wasn't running the pizza place then, but she was out here. It used to be called Crazy Charlie's, I think. Crazy Charlie's Pizza Place. I know you want to know that. The name of this road up here is Mile High Road, and the reason is it's 5,500 feet in elevation. You can probably hear the wind gusting in the mic, maybe a little bit. But we'll let this go for about, 10 or 15 minutes, so you can get a little of the flavor of what this area of West Texas looks like. And it looks like it's very similar to this going towards Marathon and Fort Davis. You got mountains on both sides of the road, and it's pretty and good climate year round. They get a little snow in the winter, not much, just enough to let you know there is winter. Now we're headed directly into the sun, but we'll turn out of that. We pass a border checkpoint up here about, maybe 4 or 5 miles. We'll probably get past that, and I'll end the video. Well, I'll go till we get past Elephant Mountain. There's an area out here where you can camp. It's a wildlife management area. I believe it's called the Elephant Mountain Wildlife Management Area. It says Big Bend National Park headquarters, 100 miles, right there on that sign. Yeah, out here, man, you can get caught low on gas real easy. And you don't want to be buying gasoline in Studi Butte, Texas. No. If you think it's high in Alpine at 285, you don't even want to know what it is down there. There's Mount Ord, elevation 6,700 feet off to the left. You can't see it. I know y'all like for me to tell you about things that you can't see in the video, but that's all the way it goes. I actually stayed on a ranch up here on the right, trying to think of the name of it. Now, it's been so long ago. It was, at the time I was there, it was being managed by the son. He was a wild boy, or a wild young man. They had 2 RV sites there. Yep, and I was on one of them. I took up 50% of the RV park. First time I ever did that. Actually, I took up 100% of an RV park one time. There's one fella out near Victoria, Texas, I stayed at, he had one RV spot. Yeah, the place, the ranch is right past the border checkpoint up here on the left. And I have to tell you, I went through that checkpoint so many times. And every time I'd go through there, I just don't like to go through checkpoints. There goes, I don't know if that's UPS or somebody camping in a van. I hope I got the camera set. It's just blank on this side. I hope it's even going. It's a little dusty in the air, but that's not unusual. Lonely country out here, men, ladies. You know, if you're lonely, that's not bad. But out here on the Terlingua Ranch, when I stayed there for 2 years, there were times when I felt alone. I mean, like totally lonely. I mean, because there was nobody around, no signs of humanity. You didn't hear the human voice for maybe 2 or 3 days at a time. Yeah, it was really interesting. That's the border checkpoint up there on the left. You can probably see it in the video now. They man that one 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're being analyzed right now by 50 different types of equipment. They already know who I am now. When I come back through, I won't even have to slow down. Okay, let's see, that's Cathedral Mountain off to the right, 6,800 feet. I think that's the tallest mountain in this area. I've actually walked right by it. When I stayed on the ranch up here, I could walk right down to the base of that mountain and walk around it. And there's a little crystal clear stream there that, I mean, the water was like ice. But you know, in the desert, it's a surprising thing. I mean, there are places where there's water. I mean, yeah, you just go, you think you're dead, and all of a sudden, you know, you can find water. I mean, of course, the Native Americans lived here so many thousands of years that they knew where all the watering holes were. Big advantage, huh? It's the something ranch. It is the Orchard Ranch. Does it start with a W? I'm trying to think. It was the Woodman's Ranch. It was the Ranch. Let me see. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, S, T, V. Just ain't coming to me. I'm trying to think of the name of it. They have a rock. If you're a rock hound, you'll know the name of it because they have a place there where you can go out on the ranch and hunt for. I think it's not Texas topaz. It's some other gemstone that's on there, found all over their ranch. Yeesh! Slow down, Rusty. You don't want to end up out there in the woods. You can camp it. There's a picnic area up here 1 mile on the left, and you can stay overnight there. Dry camp, if the weather's nice. It is the Moon Ranch. It's the Yeehaw Ranch. It's the... I'm trying to think of it. I hope they still have a sign, because I'd hate to think I got to go all the way to Big Bend still trying to figure out what the name of that ranch is. I think I have passed it though. Well, they used to have a big sign. Couldn't miss it. It's off to the right out there somewhere. It's a beautiful place. I mean, I walk all over it. I've passed it, I'm sure of that. Yeah, this is the roadside park on the left that you can camp at. Now, you know, I don't know about, can't guarantee your safety there, but yo. Anyway, I better end this video, guys. Well, let me get up here to the, we'll go on up to Elephant Mountain, and I'll show you that there is a great place to dry camp out there. They've got little covers and benches, but it's called I want to say Elephant Mountain Wildlife Management Area, and you might be able to find it on freecamping.net. It is the ranch. What ranch is that? And it ain't coming to me. Tonight about midnight, I'll wake up and scream out the name. I want to say Wood Ranches, but I think it was Woodward. It's the Woodward Ranch. Woodward Ranch, or Woodard or Woodward Ranch. And they have gemstones, and you go out there and hunt them. I feel better now. The Woodard Ranch. Woodard or Woodard. I know you care about this. Another of my viral videos. West Texas, USA, guys. How long has this been going? I cannot see it. Yeah, I can. It's been about 16 minutos. But we got about 3 or 4 more minutes to Elephant Mountain, maybe. Yeah, but you wind through these hills there, and you think, well, it's going to be like this all the way to Big Bend. It ain't. Nope. It's about the first 25 miles that you go winding around through these mountains here, and then when you come out over the mountains into the flatlands, then it's flatland all the way, except right before you get to Studi Butte, Terlingua area, the Terlingua Grovestown, Studi Butte. You come into the Christmas Mountains and you kind of wind around and back down to the flats. You know, the Terlingua Ranch, you know, that property out there, believe me, it used to be cheap as cheap. It ain't no more. Well, it's still relatively cheap compared to other places in the world. You can probably get acreage there for, you know, $1,000 an acre now. That used to be $100 an acre. I bought my 40-acre tract for $120 or $130 an acre many moons ago. A little dusty. Temperature right now is going up to 61 as we go further south and down the mountain. Well, guys, I'm going to go through the S's here. This is a sharp curve to the right and then back to the left. If you like this kind of country out here, then you'll have a hard time living in any city in the world, man. Because this really frees you up. You know, you can see beautiful sunrises, sunsets, and you're not hemmed in by a lot of people. And something else about these people out here, man, they're free spirits. Even the old sheriff out here, Sheriff Dodson, he's a free spirit, man. I mean, he's rough as a cop in a lot of ways, but you know, he'll protect your right to bear arms. You know, he wants this to be, I can't remember what they call it, but he wants to make Brewster County an area where your Second Amendment right to bear arms is just unquestionable. You know, you can walk around carrying a weapon anywhere, anytime you want to. That's the way he wants it. Because he knows that there's good guys and bad guys, and if the good guys ain't armed, guess who's going to win? The bad guys every time. And out here, you know, you got to be able to take care of yourself, man, because you could call law enforcement for help if you had a cell phone signal, and it may be 2 hours before they could get to you. And same way for medical. You know, there's nothing. They may have an EMS vehicle in Studi Butte. They did years ago. They may not, because to get somebody to live down there, you know, it's not easy. How long we going? I still can't see it for sure. It looks like it's about 20 minutes. Getting a little long in the tooth, huh? Well, I wanted to get to Elephant. Well, Elephant Mountain is off to the left, excuse me, it's off to the left, and the wildlife management area. So it's about, I'm going to say, from Alpine to the wildlife management area, where you can boondock for free. It's free, I'm sure, at best I can recall, particularly for you guys with senior passes. There may be a small fee if you're not a senior, but I never paid anything, because there certainly wasn't anybody there to check on you. And that's another thing. When you're there, you may be the only person there for several days. I mean, only. And there's no water available, or there wasn't then. There may be now. But I've camped there. Sure did. Boy, you talk about hearing the coyotes at night, you think they're in your vehicle. They come way up close, because this is their house out here. But I grew up in the country, South Texas. Here, you know, we had coyotes all around and stuff, and you know, you see those little skinny things, and you think they can't hurt you. They could. You know, they're cowards in a lot of ways, but they're smart. I mean, you know, sometimes a person that's really smart might be considered a coward because they continue to survive. And they don't charge foolishly. You know, they don't want to show their macho. If they can get you, they will. If they can't, they ain't gonna fool with you. Okay, picnic area 1 mile. Well, I'm gonna go, well, it's just right up here, man. Yeah, off to the left is the wildlife management area. We're at it right now, I'm almost positive. But there's an entrance up here. And the only reason I mention it is because I know some of you people may want to come out here and boondock. And it's not bad, but boy, you're gonna have to be here like the end of October through the 1st of April when it's cooler, because you'll toast out here. You better have plenty of water and stuff. Now, as far as solar, baby, you'll be maxed out. It'll burn your solar up. Yeah, you can see. I can see the campground right off to the left there. So we're here. So anyway, guys, just bear in mind when you see this mountain, it's called Elephant Mountain. You just continue down this road here. You'll pass this picnic area. The second picnic area on 118 South, you'll see some red roofed buildings off to the left. That is the management area headquarters, and then shortly thereafter you'll see an entrance gate, and you go in. Sometimes they have pay or envelopes there at the entrance gate. I never fool with them, tell you the truth. But anyway, having said that, guys, I'll do another video. I'll do 3 on this trip. But anyway, thumbs up, guys. Carpe diem, adios, bye, buy anything you want. Anytime, but if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products. Thank you. And what else? Drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, take deep breaths, do everything you can to keep your health, because without your health, it doesn't make much sense, does it? So with that in mind, guys, adios amigos, bye-bye.